Is it time to sell our stocks? Because some stocks are going down and they're going down fast. Warren Buffett recently sold. He sold his S&P 500, which means he thinks stocks might go down. Sometimes he's early, sometimes he's really early. So we're going to find out how to stay happy because stocks out there, yeah, it's pretty red out there. It's not so good. So since your time is valuable, this is what we're going to do. We're not going to fight the trend. We're going to wait until we get bearish confirmation. No surprise to people on this channel. But right now, the title is Should You Sell? Well, Warren Buffett is never going to sell in meaningful ways. So right now, his trims are notable. And the stock market gauge, named after Warren Buffett, just hit an all-time high, sending a warning worse than the dot-com bust. Woof. That doesn't sound good. Nope. And over here, we got a Mar-a-Lago Accord. And this doesn't seem all that good. Why? Whoa. Woof. I'm not even going to get into it. I'm just going to skip it for today. If the easy gains are over, this is where we have to be very mindful of a specific pattern, which I'm going to tease out right now. So in this case here, we're talking about Tesla, and the red lines pretty much show that the stock is going down. If we now pop over here to the S&P 500, here's what I find really notable. We have this W pattern, and I'm pointing here to a part where we're supposed to get a Nike swoosh, right? We're supposed to go mega big up. We're supposed to bounce off the 50 and then go up and then go up more. Well, we did bounce off the 50. We did go up. And then we got the Trump special number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Every single Friday, we get a Trump special, and that's a fade. So we were due to bounce and go to new all-time highs. And other markets did go there. Look at Germany. Oh, my goodness. Mega big up happened over here. And they're supposed to be in recession. So if that part is missing from the formula, then what can happen next? Well, this is the part that might be a little bit sobering. It's the hangover. It's the crash, right? That you're sobering up. Oh my God, the sugar high is over. Yeah, it is. Maybe we're going to come back down closer to the green line. That's right. So that's what I want to be mindful of here is that now that we've crash landed on support, we have to zoom out because on the weekly candle here, there's not really that much wiggle room for the bulls. Why? Well, look, after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks of dip buying, now we got a full candle. And it's nearly a bearish engulfing. We're closing right around the weekly low, which now means that we're likely going to get follow through momentum, which means we're likely going to print a weekly lower low. The question is going to be whether we can rally back up to save it by next Friday. What's next Friday? That's the monthly candle close. Crap. I forgot about that. That's right. So until we get back above 611, we are below resistance. And I've kept saying we are cautiously bullish. Why? Because we're closer to resistance at 611 than we are to support. And that's where things started really crashing because the market just does not know what to do with all these headlines. There's just so many of them. So yes, we're on strong support. And I'm saying, should you sell? Well, that depends on whether or not you are scared about the possibility of coming down to strong support. Where would that be? Look how close we get to a gap fill here. So if we're mindful of how close we get, here the low, I'm looking at L. That comes down here to 510.27. Look at the H over here. That is going to be at 505. So within $5. If we use that same template here, then we should get within roughly $5 of here. Where is that? About 590, right? About 590. So about 590, about 590. Well, America, you kind of suck. Why? Well, because the rest of the world has already gone mega big up. This is even Canada, stinky Canada. That's right. So Germany's the standout winner here. And this mega big up, I think it's really getting to the US's getting to their feelings, right? We'll just say they're getting upset. There's an election happening in this country over the weekend. We will see what's going to happen here. All right, what else do we have for news here? Well, the red team's here, right? Tagged in. There we go. Yeah, this is the template. We're not going to fight the trend, which is bullish until we do this. And next week, meaning next Friday, that's the important date. Warren Buffett's usually early, sometimes really early. So we're not going to say he's wrong. We're just going to wait for confirmation. If the easy gains are over and now the DAX is dumping, because look, it's been 4 days of fading, baby, right? Nice haircut here. Oh, yeah. We got 4 full candles in a row. Sorry, 3. And now that bleeding is feeding over here to America. Look at Meta. I said I felt pretty confident the stock would sell off. Well, boop, boop. It's probably going to hit the 50 MA. If I was to guess, it looks like it's going to hit it. Why? Because that's where support is. And everyone's probably watching the same area like me. I don't want to buy here. I'm thinking of buying here. All right. So if that could happen, what else could happen next? Well, Palantir, all right, closing right around 100. We talked about this on the morning stream. There's still no notable sellers, but we have a failed breakout here. So if now we do get a lower low and below the existing low out, we start to get inside the gap zone. We run a risk of testing strong support. If we lose that, this could turn into a beautiful head and shoulders here. I'm not saying that's what's happening. I'm just saying, hey, Nostradamus was even right twice a day. That's right, just like a broken clock. I'm going to ask you for a huge favor. If you could please consider smashing that thumbs up or subscribing to the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you ahead of time. So Warren Buffett sold the stock, but it's only $46 million. So it's a notable sell because he sold it all. He sold his SPY, but it's not really that big of a position for his holdings. If we look at week to date now, okay, Team Red's here. Okay, well, what's green? Let's see what's actually gaining here. It's Apple, and then it's defensives. Again, let's look here to the heat map, and we can see that as we look to the green team, it's mostly over here, defensive things people buy when there's a recession coming. A recession? That's right. They buy things like Coca-Cola and Philip Morris and Altria. There you go. Pepsi's up by 6% today. Wow. If the easy gains are over, is that going to come to America? Is there going to be a hangover here? Look, there's a W here, isn't there? Boop, 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 boop. Yes. But the hangover part now happens where? And thank you, Jonathan, for pointing this out because Jonathan M. Because look, low, lower. Okay, what did I just tell you on the S&P daily chart? I told you potentially low, lower. Or for where? So far this year. Actually, oh my God, the low this year is 575. So if that plays out, that means we're going to run a test to the 200 MA. Right? How do we stay happy during these times? How do we live to 90 plus years old? We're going to go through that. I actually missed the best part of the show. If you guys stuck around till the end, I got a good tip for you. We're going to go through that. I forgot a few things today. That's all right. Sometimes I'm better. Better at my game than others. If the fear and greed is going to play out, we're going to wash out here. This support is not going to hold. This low, higher, low, higher, low, or an uptrend, it's going to wash out, just like we're noticing here on the daily chart. So if that were to happen, that means that we're also going to probably lose this weekly area here, roughly 598. So as we talked about before, if we print that lower low, do we fail to hold it, or do we rally back up to actually save it? That'll be important. All right, there we go. So high, right? Higher high, lower low. Oh no. Higher high, lower low. Oh no. All right, now let's look here to SARC because this is actually giving us a sell signal. So if we want to be like Warren Buffett, we want to be tactical, we want to put on a short trade, well, that's what I did. Right now, the risk reward is 5.2 to 1, which means for every $1 of risk, I have 5.2 reward. The numbers are summarized right here, but I'll make it even easier for you. If we're right, we're putting on some insurance. The last time we did this, it was with DOG, and that worked out like a charm. It worked out great. If we're wrong, we sell right here. That's our stop loss. If we're right, we could potentially go to here. That's our oversold target. And that pretty much happens from the area where the stock started being oversold. So that's our hot tip for today. If we're going to wash out and actually roll over, this is some insurance. And right now the portfolio is doing quite well. We actually have a free trial you could sign up to. Our account has gone up, 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 maybe even mega big up, doing most of the annual returns for the year at 8.13%. with unrealized at 0.3. So if you want to find out more about that, you can go to the link in the description and get a 45-day free trial. If not, thank you very much for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.